I talk a lot about health and well-being, and we often talk about food and exercise and sleep and stress, which of course are all very, very important. But what I really like about your approach is that you talk a lot about how important our thoughts are, how important our mind is, and I don't feel that gets enough airtime when we talk about health and well-being. Why is it that our thoughts are so important?
So I actually think that the pillars that you talk about, like sleep, diet, exercise, mindfulness, they're important to improve the quality of our thoughts. Because if you actually think about it, why are you doing those things? You're not just doing it so that your body is in good shape. You're doing it so that you can think more clearly, you can do your job better, you can have better relationships. And all of that really boils down to how you think. So all the physical factors put your brain in good condition, and then it's what you do with it that really counts.
Yeah, I guess it works both ways, doesn't it? Because I guess paying attention to these physical factors helps your brain function, helps you think more clearly. But at the same time, I guess if you change your mindset and you work on your thoughts, it can make it easier to actually do a lot of these physical things we're talking about.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the chapters in the book is about that brain-body connection. So I think because psychology was around for a long time before we could scan brains and bodies, it left us with this sort of idea that there's a cut-off at the neck and that what you think and feel isn't connected to what goes on in your body and vice versa. But absolutely, if you're cold or hungry or tired, it affects the quality of thinking. And if you're confident or anxious, it affects the nerves and hormones in your body.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this whole brain-body connection that you do beautifully talk about in the book is so important. And I guess for me, it's something that's really been missing in my medical training. It's something that I think has been missing for a long time in medicine, particularly 20th century medicine, the way the way medicine really, really evolved to do so many great things. But I think we've lost that idea that really, I guess, people have known for donkey's years. Was that one of your frustrations with medicine?
I heard you speaking about that on another one of your podcasts, and it absolutely resonated with me. I was almost relieved to hear you say it, to feel like I'm not the only one. And you'll notice that I sort of started the book by talking about how we evolved and the fact that once we developed this cortex, which is much more, a modern part of the brain that we use for articulated speech and for predicting and planning for the future, the part of the brain that had got us to that point, the intuitive, emotional part of the brain, sort of seemed to be downgraded by society, like logic and being able to speak suddenly became important, and gut feeling and emotions just became less important.